Hello students, let us continue the session on a revision of pair of linear equation in two variables. This will be the last session for this chapter. We had solved till question 9. Let us solve question 10 onwards. 2 men and 7 boys can do a piece of work in 4 days. It is done by 4 men and 8 boys in 3 days. How long would it take for 1 man and 1 boy to do it? This is one of the important question. It was asked in the board examination 2013. We all know that the work done and the time taken, they are inversely proportional. It means more the number of people, the time taken would be less. Let me consider let the man can finish work in X days and the boy can finish work in Y days. So according to this, the work done by 1 man in 1 day will be 1 by X. Work done by 1 man in 1 day will be 1 by X. Same way, the work done by 1 boy in 1 day will be 1 by Y. According to the condition, there are 2 men and 7 boys who finished the piece of work in 4 days. Therefore, the equation for the first condition will be 2 upon X because 2 men, 7 upon Y because 7 boys, they are finishing the work in 4 days. So the time taken would be 1 by 4. Same way, the second condition would be 4 by X, 4 men, 4 by Y, 4 boys, they are finishing the work in 3 days. So the equations are 2 by X plus 7 by Y equal to 1 by 4. Let me call it as equation 1. Let this be equation 2. For simplification, let me consider 1 by X as some variable U and 1 by Y as some other variable V. Now the equation will be 2U plus 7V equal to 1 by 4, and one more equation will be 4U plus 4V equal to 1 by 3. Now these two equations are to be simplified. What I prefer doing is multiply the first equation by 2. We will be getting 4U plus 14V equal to 1 by 2. The second equation I need not change because I am following the method of elimination. So when you subtract, we change the sign. This 4U will get cancelled. 14V minus 4V will become 10V, which is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. Take the LCM, we'll be getting 1 by 6. So V will be 1 by 60. We know what is V. v is nothing but 1 by y. So this implies 1 by y is equal to 1 by 60. Y will be equal to 60. Once the value of y is found, we can find the value of x. So let me take 2 by x plus 7 by y, which is 7 by 60, equal to 1 by 4. So 2 by x will be equal to 1 by 4 minus 7 by 60. Take the LCM. LCM will be 60. Therefore, this 4 has to be multiplied by, so 15 minus 5 minus 7 will be 8 by 60. So we get 2 by x is equal to 8 by 60. This implies x will be equal to 2 times of 60 divided by 8. So for 2s are, for 15s are, 2 2s are, so we'll be getting 15. Therefore, one man can finish the work in 15 days and one boy can finish the same work in 60 days. Let us move on to the next question. This question was asked in the board examination 2011. In the figure below, ABCDE is a pentagon with BE parallel to CD and BC parallel to DE. BC is perpendicular to DC. If the perimeter of ABCDE is 21 centimeter, find the values of x and y. They have given that B is parallel to CD, and they have also given that BC is parallel to DE. These are the opposite sides, and they have mentioned that BC is perpendicular to DC. This implies BCDE is a rectangle. We all know that in rectangle opposite sides are equal. Therefore, we get x plus y equal to 5 and DE will be equal to BE, which is equal to x minus y. They have given perimeter. Let us use that. Perimeter given is 21. Instead of perimeter, I will take all the sides AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus AE will be equal to 21. Let us replace the values which are given here. So 3 plus x minus y plus x plus y plus x minus y plus 3 will be equal to 21. Further simplify this, we'll be getting 6 plus 3x minus y equal to 21. Therefore, 3x minus y will be equal to 15. Now, let me call this as equation 2. And x plus y is equal to 5 is equation 1. Look at equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 has positive y, equation 2 has negative y. Let me do the addition of these two equations. I get y getting cancelled. 4x will become equal to 20. X will be equal to 5. When x value is 5, y will be equal to 5 minus x, which will be 0. Therefore, x value is 5 and y value is 0. This is the solution. Look at this question. The question is to find the value of x and y. They are given the equations as x plus 1 by 2 plus y minus 1 by 3 equal to 9 and x minus 1 by 3 plus y plus 1 by 2 equal to 8. For these two equations, we need to simplify and write this as a simple linear equation. So let me consider this first one, x plus 1 by 2 plus y minus 1 by 3 equal to 9. This I will simplify by taking the LCM and cross multiplying it. LCM is 6. Therefore, we get it as 3 times of x plus 1 plus 2 times of y minus 1 equal to 9 multiplied to 6 is 54. Therefore, this implies 3x plus 2y will be equal to 53. The reason is 3 multiplied to 1 is 3, 2 multiplied to minus 1 is minus 2, 3 minus 2 is 1. When transposed, it becomes minus 1. Hence, the result is 53. Therefore, this is equation 1. Now I'll get equation 2 with the second equation given, x minus 1 by 3 plus y plus 1 by 2 equal to 8. Let's simplify this. Again, the LCM is 6. So this has to be multiplied with 2. 2 times of x minus 1 plus 3 times of y plus 1 equal to 6 times 8, nothing but 48. Let's simplify. We get 2x plus 3y equal to, here you observe 2 multiplied to minus 1 is minus 2, 3 multiplied to plus 1 is 3. So minus 2 plus 3 is 1, positive 1. Transpose it, the result is 47. Let this be equation 2. Now I need to simplify equation 1 and 2. If you want to follow the method of elimination, I have to make the coefficient same. Let me multiply equation 1 with 2. We get it as 6x plus 4y equal to 106. And if equation 2 is multiplied with 3, we get 6x plus 9y equal to 141. Now you subtract, x term will get cancelled. We will be getting negative 5y equal to negative 35. So the value of y is positive 7. Once the value of y is obtained, we can find the value of x. Let me take one of the equation. I'm taking second equation this time. So 2x will be equal to 47 minus 3 times 7. 7 times is 21. So 2x will be equal to 47 minus 21. We get it as 26 by 2, which will be 13. Therefore, the value of x is 13 and the value of y is positive 7. This is the result. Now let us move on to higher, harder thinking skill questions. Here I have two equations. They are having something like root x, root y. So what shall we do in such cases? Let me consider 1 upon root x to be some variable. Let me take this as a, and 1 upon root y I'll take it as B. Therefore, the equation would change to 2a plus 3b equal to 2, 4a minus 9b equal to minus 1. These two equations, now it's easy to solve. What I do is, I will name this as equation 1, I'll name this as equation 2. I would like to follow the method of elimination. Let me multiply the first equation with 3. I'll be getting 6a plus 9b equal to 6. And the second equation I won't change, or else I can say that I'll multiply with 1. What I am doing here is I am adding this so that b gets eliminated. We'll be getting 10a as 5. So the value of a will be 5 by 10, which is 1 by 2. What is this a? Let me find b also then. Let me consider 2a plus 3b equal to 2. So 3b will be equal to 2 minus 2a, which is 2 times 1 by 2. 2 will get cancelled. B value will get it as 1 by 3. Now, what is a? A was 1 by root x. So this is equal to 1 by 2. Square on both the side will be getting 1 by x equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, x is 4. And what is b? 1 by root y. This is 1 by 3. This implies value of y is 9. Therefore, x value is 4 and y value is 9. You should not come to a conclusion that these are not a linear equation. Yes, they are not a linear equation because the degree is not equal to a positive integer having degree 1. But still, this can be solved in this method. This problem is discussed here. The reason is at some stage we will get linear equation in two variables. Let's move on to the next question. The next higher order thinking skill question. A motor boat can travel 30 km upstream and 28 km downstream in 7 hours. It can travel 21 km upstream and return in 5 hours. Find the speed of boat in still water and the speed of boat in the speed of stream. Here it is a repetition, the speed of. So we have to find out the speed of boat in still water as well as the speed of the stream. Let me consider speed of the boat be x kilometer per hour and the speed of still water as y kilometer per hour. So we have learned whenever there is an upstream, the speed decreases. So I need to subtract the speed of stream from the speed of boat. Therefore, speed of boat upstream will be equal to x minus y kilometer per hour, and the speed of boat in downstream will be equal to x plus y kilometer per hour. Now I have to frame the equation. They have given that boat travels 30 kilometer upstream and 28 kilometer downstream in 7 hours. We have a concept called as speed. Speed is distance upon time taken. So how do we find the time taken? Time taken will be distance divided by speed. Therefore, 30 divided by x minus y would give the time taken towards upstream plus the time taken towards downstream is 28 divided by x plus y. The total time taken is 7 hours. Similar way, we have got the second condition. 21 kilometer upstream, the time taken is 21 divided by x minus y. 21 kilometer downstream, the time is 21 divided by x plus y. The total time taken is 5 hours. This equation is a bit difficult to solve. So let me change this equation by taking 1 upon x plus x minus y as some variable, say a, 1 upon x plus y as some other variable b. Therefore, the equations will be 30a plus 28b equal to 7, and one more equation is 21a plus 21b equal to 5. Let me call this as equation 1 and this be equation 2. How do we solve this equation 1 and 2? I can make the coefficient same and follow elimination method. If you multiply equation 1 with 3 and equation 2 by 4, this 28 times of 3 is 84, 21 times of 4 is 84, therefore I can eliminate b. So that gives me a hint that equation 1 I need to multiply with 3 to get 90a plus 84b equal to 21. For the second equation, if I multiply with 4, I get 84 times of a plus 84 times of b equal to 20. Let us subtract the second equation from the first equation. I'll eliminate b. So on simplification, we get 6a equal to 1 and the value of a is 1 by 6. Let me find value of b. For that, I'll consider the first equation, 30 times of 1 by 6 plus 28 times of b equal to 7. 6 5 times is 30. When 5 is transposed to the right hand side, we get it as 2. So the value of b will become 1 upon 14. Now we are taken 1 by x minus y as a. Therefore, I have the new equations. X minus y will be 6, the reciprocal. X plus y will be the 14. Now you simplify these two equations. Let me call this as equation 3 and this be equation 4. If you do equation 3 plus equation 4, we get 2x equal to 20. Hence the value of x is 10. This implies value of y will be 4. because in second equation I have x plus y equal to 14. Sorry, not second equation, it's fourth equation. We have x plus y equal to 14. Y will be 14 minus x, nothing but 4. So x value is the speed of boat, that is 10 kilometer per hour, and the speed of still water is 4 kilometer per hour. This is how we solve this question. Let us move on to the next higher, harder thinking skill question. This question is similar to the previous question, so I should not take much of the time for solving this question. Look at the question. A boat covers 32 kilometer upstream, 36 kilometer downstream. The time taken is 7 hours. Also, it covers 40 kilometer upstream and 48 kilometer downstream. The time taken is 9 hours. Find the speed of boat in still water and the uh, speed of stream. This question was asked in board examination 2012. So without wasting much time, let me consider speed of boat bx and the speed of still water by. This is x kilometer per hour and this is y kilometer per hour. Let me solve this now. Let me frame the equation. The time taken in the first case is 7 hours. Downstream and upstream. Upstream it is 32 kilometer. So 32 minus x minus y. So 32 divided by x minus y plus upstream is 36 kilometer. So 36 divided by x plus y equal to 7. Upstream plus downstream time taken is 7 hours. And this is for the first case. For the second case, 40 kilometer upstream, so it is 40 by x minus y is the time taken. 48 divided by x plus y is the time taken towards downstream. The total time taken would be 9 hours. Now, like the previous question, I'll consider, let 1 upon x minus y be a variable a and 1 upon x plus y be variable b. Therefore, the new equation obtained is 32a plus 36b equal to 7, and one more equation is 40a plus 48b equal to 9. Now let me call this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. If you multiply the equation 1 with 5, we will be getting 160 times a plus 180 times b equal to 35. If equation 2 is multiplied by 4, I'll be getting 160a plus 192b equal to 36. Now you see the coefficients of a are same, so I am eliminating a term. I'll be getting minus 12b equal to minus 1. So value of b is 1 by 12. Now let us substitute this in one of the equation. I'll consider 40 times a plus 48 times b. So 48 times of 1 by 12 equal to 9. 12 fours are 48. So a will be equal to 5 by 40, nothing but 1 upon 8. Now you will consider the reciprocals. 1 by x minus y is a, so x minus y will become 8. 1 by x plus y is b, so x plus y will become 12. This is our equation 3 and equation 4. If you do equation 3 plus 4, we will be getting 2x as 20, nothing but x equal to 10. So y value will be 12 minus x, nothing but 2. Therefore, x value is 10 kilometer per hour, which is the speed of the boat, and y is the speed of still water, or speed of the stream, not still water, speed of the stream, which is 2 kilometer per hour. So we have solved this in lesser time. So practice this type of question. One such question will be asked in your board examination. Let's move on to the next question. Look at the question. At a certain time in a deer, the number of heads and the number of legs of deer and human visitors were counted, and it was found that there were 39 heads and 132 legs. Find the number of deer and human visitors in the park. Let me consider the number of deer to be x and the number of human beings to be y. Let me write that. Let the number of deer be x and the number of human be y. According to the condition, there were 39 heads, so I have to directly take x plus y is equal to 39. Now how do we make the second equation 132 legs? If you consider deer to be having 4 legs, I have to write 4 times of x, number of legs of deer, and 2 times of y, considering a 2-legged human being. So 132 is the total number of legs. Let this be equation 1 and this be equation 2. Now to simplify equation 1 and 2, the best way is multiply this equation 1 with 2 and equation 2 with 1. If equation 1 is multiplied to 2, I'll get 2x plus 2y equal to 39. Not 100, that's just 39. The second equation, when you multiply with 1, it doesn't change. It is 4x plus 2y equal to 132. Subtract, we get y getting eliminated. We'll be getting negative 2x equal to, oh sorry, I made a mistake here. This 39 has to be multiplied with 2. This will become 78, not 39, 78. So 78 minus 132 is minus 54. So the value of x is 27. So there were 27 heads. Now let me take one of the equation, x plus y is equal to 39. So y will be equal to 39 minus 27, which will give 12. We had taken the number of deer to be x, therefore number of deer equal to 27 and the number of human will be equal to 12. Let's move on to the next question. Find the value of p and q for which the system of equations represent coincident lines. We have learned a condition for coincident lines, that is a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2, which is equal to c1 upon c2. Let us use that. For coincident lines, we have a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2, which is equal to c1 upon c2. Quickly let us substitute. 2 divided by p plus q plus 1 will be equal to 3 divided by p plus 2q plus 2, which is equal to 7 divided by 4 times p plus q plus 1. Now from this we have to find the value of p and q. Let me consider this 3 divided by p plus 2q plus 2 equal to 7 divided by 4 times p plus q plus 1. Let me simplify this. For simplification, I'll do cross multiplication. I'll be getting 7p plus 14q plus 14 equal to 3 4s are 12. So 12 has to be multiplied to these terms. So 12p plus 12q plus 12. So let's simplify. Further, we'll be getting 5p minus 2q minus 11 equal to 0. Let me call this as equation 1. Now I'll consider 2 divided by p plus q plus 1 and equate it to 7 divided by 4 times p plus q plus 1. Sorry, I made a mistake here. This p plus q is there in the bracket. This one is separate. So this one is separate. P plus q bracket ends there. So this will be 3. Now we see, yes, now it is correct. Now this p plus q and plus 1 is written separate. Let me cross multiply now. This will be 8p plus 8q plus 2, which will be equal to 7p plus 7q plus 7. Now simplify, we'll be getting p plus q minus 5 equal to 0. This is our second equation. Let us solve these two equations. Look at this second equation. From equation 2, I can write p as 5 minus q. Substitute in equation 1, we'll be getting 5 times 5 minus q minus 2q equal to 11. So 25 minus 5q minus 2q equal to 11. So minus 7q will be equal to minus 14. Q value is 2. Now find the value of p. P will be 5 minus 2, which is 3. Therefore, the value of p is 3 and the value of q is 2. You should be very careful while writing this type of coefficients down below and cross multiply. Here I made a mistake while writing. Please don't do this mistake in your examination. Let's move on to the next question. A little difficult question. A chemist has one solution which is 50% acid and a second which is 25% acid. How much of each should be mixed to make 10 liters of 40% acid solution? Let me consider 50% acid in the solution be X and 25% of the solution be Y. The total volume of the mixture is 10 liters, so X plus Y will become 10. That would be the first equation. So carefully you should understand. Let me consider 50% acid in the solution Bx and 25% of acid in the solution By. The total volume of these two solutions is 10 liters. So let me call this as equation 1. And if the volume of the solution is X Volume of the second solution is y. 50% is 50 upon 100 times x plus 25% is 25 divided by 100 times y. This will be equal to 40% of the total solution. So 40 divided by 100 times of 10 liters. So this has to be simplified now. We get 2x plus y equal to 16. Let me call this as equation 2. How did I get this 2x plus y equal to 16? This 50 when you divide 100 we get it as 1 by 2. 25 when you divide 100 we get it as 1 by 4. The LCM of this 2 and 4 in the denominator will be 4. So 2x plus y will be there. You need to cross multiply. Here one of the 0 and 0 0 get cancelled. 4 will be remaining. When you cross multiply 4 will get 16. This is how mentally you should be able to solve this. Now we need to solve both the equations. First equation is x plus y is equal to 10 and the second equation is 2x plus y equal to 16. Let me consider equation 2 minus equation 1. This implies 2x minus x equal to 16 minus 10. The y term is eliminated. So we get the value of x as positive 6. Now let me consider x plus y is equal to 10. From this, y will be equal to 10 minus x, which will be 10 minus 6, nothing but 4. So it means that there was 4 liters of the second type solution and 6 liters of the first type solution, and the mixture would lead 10 liters of 40% acid. Hope you have understood this. Let's move on to the next question. Here the question is the length of the sides of a triangle are 2x plus y by 2, 5x by 3 plus y plus 1 by 2, 2 by 3x plus 2y plus 5 by 2. If the triangle is equilateral, find its perimeter. Perimeter of equilateral triangle is 3 times of the side, but we don't know the side. We need to find the side. But we all know that in an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. So I can consider 2x plus y by 2 equal to 5x by 3 plus y plus 1 by 2 equal to 2 by 3 times x plus 2y plus 5 by 2. I am equating them because all sides are equal in an equilateral triangle. Now if you consider these two, let me write that 2x plus y by 2 equal to 5x by 3 plus y plus 1 by 2. Take the LCM, we get 4x plus y by 2 equal to, here the LCM is 6, so we get 10x plus 6y plus 3 divided by 6. Simplify this equation to 3 times, so 3 cross multiplied, we get 12x plus 3y equal to 10x plus 6y plus 3. So 12x minus 10x is 2x, plus 3y minus 6y is minus 3y equal to 3. This is the first equation. Likewise, I have to find the second equation now. Let me consider the first one with the last one. Let me write it at this part. First one is 2x plus y by 2 equal to, the last one is 2 by 3x plus 2y plus 5 by 2. Once again, take the LCM. We'll be getting 4x plus y divided by 2 equal to, LCM is 6. Therefore, it is 4x plus 6 times is 12y plus 3 times is 15 divided by 6. Now 2 3s are, 3 has to be cross multiplied. We get 12x plus 3y equal to 4x plus 12y plus 15. Further simplify, we get 12x minus 4x, nothing but 8x, minus 9y equal to 15. Let this be equation 2. Now with this, equation 1, which is 2x minus 3y equal to 3, and 8x minus 9y equal to 15, we need to solve and find the value of x and y. How do we solve these two equations? If I want to eliminate y term, I need to multiply this first equation with 3. I'll be getting 6x minus 9y equal to 9. And the second equation I'll write as it is. So 8x minus 9y equal to 15. Now let me subtract. So I'm changing the sign and adding them. I'll be getting negative 2x equal to, this get cancelled. 15 minus 9 is 6. Here we get negative 6. X value is positive 3. Let me consider the first equation, 2x minus 3y equal to 3. So from this, 2x minus 3 will be equal to 3y. Substitute, we get 3y as 2 times of 3 minus 3. We get the value of y as 1. Now I need to find the side. So for that, any one of the equation you can consider. For finding side, you can consider, take 2x plus y by 2, substitute 2 times 3 plus 1 by 2. So 6 plus half is 6 and half, so 6.5. 6.5 will be, so let me write 6.5 units be the side of equilateral triangle. Therefore, perimeter is thrice of this side. 3 times 6.5, we get it as 19.5 units. If it is there in centimeter, it is 19.5 centimeter. Next question. In an election contested between A and B, A obtained votes equal to twice the number of persons on the electoral roll who did not cast their votes, and this latter number was equal to twice his majority over B. If there were 18,000, here there is a misprint, it's 18,000 persons on electoral roll, how many votes for person B? Let me consider x to be the number of votes for A and y to be the number of votes for B. Let me write that. Let the number of votes for A be X and the number of votes for B be Y. The number of persons who did not vote, can we find that? Total number is given 1800. If you subtract the number of votes for A and number of votes for B together, we will be getting the number of persons who didn't vote. So it's clear. Look at the condition here. A obtained vote equal to twice the number of persons on the electoral roll who did not cast their votes. So what does it mean? The number of votes A obtained was 2 times the number of votes, which is actually 18,000 minus X minus Y 2 times, isn't it? This has to be simplified. If 2 is multiplied to 18,000, we get 36,000. 2 multiplied to negative X will be negative 2X. Transpose it, we get 3X minus 2Y equal to 36,000. Let me call this as equation 1. This is our condition 1. Then what is condition 2? Later number was equal to twice is majority over B. So the second condition is 18,000 minus X minus Y who did not vote will be twice X minus Y. The number of votes obtained will be 2 times of X minus Y. That's how the majority is found. Therefore, upon simplification, we get it as 3x minus y equal to 18,000. This is my equation 2. Let me do this. Equation 2 subtracted from equation 1, I'll be getting 3y equal to 18,000. So y will be 6,000. Therefore, number of votes for B will be 6,000. Hope you understood this. Let's move on further to the next question. I want you to solve this question. I'll be giving you hint how to solve this. The population of a village is 5,000. If in a year the number of males were to increase by 5% and that of the females by 3% annually, the population would grow to 5,202 at the end of the year. Find the number of males and the number of females in the village. If you consider X to be the number of male and Y to be the number of female, the total population X plus Y will be 5,000 as per the condition. This is equation 1. To get the equation 2, the increase we have to consider. Earlier X were there, 5% increase, 5% of X plus Y plus 3% increase in female, 3% of Y. The total is 5202. With this, you have to get the second equation. With these two equations, you will be able to find X and Y. X is the number of male population and Y is the number of female population. Hope you'll try this. Kindly try. Let's move on to the next question. Before concluding this chapter, I would like to give one more question for you to solve. Look at the question. When 6 boys were admitted and 6 girls left, the percentage of boys increased from 60% to 75%. Find the original number of boys and girls in the class. If you consider X number of boys are there and Y number of girls are there, the first condition is for getting the first condition, I have to consider the total strength. This will be the total number of students. According to the condition here, percentage of boys is 60%, which means number of boys upon the total strength is 60%, which is 60 by 100. This will be equation 2. Now the question is, how do we get equation 2? What if I write x plus 6 divided by x plus 6 plus y minus 6 equal to 75 by 100? Should it be correct? Is it right? What is x plus 6? X plus 6 means when 6 boys were admitted, there is an additional number. When 6 boys were admitted, 6 girls left. So I have taken y minus 6. So the total will be x plus 6 plus y minus 6. That will be the total. Now to find the percentage, the number of boys divided by the actual strength will be x plus 6 upon x plus 6 plus y minus 6. This will be equal to 75 by 100. The reason is from 65%, now the new strength is, the strength of boys is increased to 75%. So I have taken 75 by 100. Think on these lines and then find the value of x and y. Let me give you an answer also. Please check. 24 will be the number of boys and 16 will be the number of girls. This you will try it. With this, I'll conclude the chapter. In our next session, we shall take up a new concept called as quadratic equation, which is a very important topic in class 10th. Thank you.